Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
The Emerging India Awards, presented by ICICI Bank and CNBC TV 18 and powered by CRISIL, have grown to become the benchmark of Indian SME excellence.
I'm delighted to partner with CNBC and other co-sponsors in celebrating our SME winners.
Limca Book of Records recognized it as the largest business award for SMEs in Indian history after the nominations rose to 35,000 in 2006. Till today, Emerging India Awards has received more than 1 million entries.
I think it's a very good initiative because it encourages people to sort of compete, aspire for awards. It structures your own thinking when you're sort of working towards an award, because when you think about the sort of parameters which really matter, and it's therefore got a benefit to the person who's applying for the award as well.
Important dignitaries and the Who's Who of India Inc. have supported this platform to recognize India's best SMEs.
Emerging India Awards are a great symbol for the India that exists today. They demonstrate the country's ability to become a central force in the global economy.
A leader doesn't tolerate mediocrity, and a leader definitely does not compromise with integrity. The future of India is in our hands, mainly yours, a little bit us.
The SMEs have a very special role to play in the development of an economy. While they are probably the first ones to face challenges, it's also believed and seen that they are probably the first ones to start the path of recovery as well.
I am truly honored to be amongst people who will create India of the future, and I congratulate CNBC TV 18 and of course ICICI Bank and CRISIL for creating a platform where we honor and applaud such SME entrepreneurs.
With the spotlight firmly on the SME community, Emerging India Awards has been able to capture the vibrancy and enthusiasm of the sector, coupled with India's entrepreneurial energy. With the help of CRISIL, India's premier credit rating agency that has designed and executed the evaluation process for the awards, we profiled some of the most promising SMEs from across the country.
Organic, it means like it's sustainable, the model should be a sustainable model. So organic, basically, it educates the farmers how to become sustainable.
VSAT or the technology-based learning is just for test taking, which is like online test taking, which is available for anyone who's starting trainings. We are the only ones in the best real estates of the country. I'll tell you three of our top stores. We are in the duty-free section of T3, Delhi, zero rental. We are only, no MG, only revenue share.
If you come to school, you will see children laughing. You will see children enjoying, immersing into education. It's not taxing.
Each company creates 10 jobs to 1,000 jobs. So essentially, this is the route on which the entire economy of the country is built on.
This year, the awards will be given out in 12 categories. Out of the 80,000 entries received, 56 nominees were shortlisted. A grand jury meet was recently held in Mumbai to select this year's winners. Let's introduce the jury panel to you. Gopal Pillai, Director and GM Seller Services, Amazon India. Shalini Girish, Director Google Marketing Solutions. Dinesh Malkani, Founder and CEO of Smart & Spaces. Raman Roy, Chairman NASCOM and CMD Quattro. Suresh Senapati, Chairman Simplify. Tejwada Wilson, Founder Safai Karamchari Andolan. Dr. Lalit Kumar, Senior Vice President Sulabh International. Govind Singh, Co-Founder Delhi Greens. Santosh Parulekar, Founder and CEO People Tree. Jaideep Mehta, CEO VC Circle. Madan Padaki, CEO and MD Head Held High. Anant Gupta, founder Tech Selects. Aman Bajaj, Life Sciences Industry Lead for Products, APAC at Accenture. Atul Kumar, President and CTO, Tech Mahindra. Chinmoy Bhagwat, Vice President, Mindtree. Keval Handa, Non-Executive Chairman, Union Bank of India. And Homi R. Khusro Khan, Director, ICICI Bank. All jury members were divided into 6 groups and each group was given different categories to judge.
On the jury, we were looking more for the thoughts on the entrepreneur rather than the presentation. So we spent a lot of time probing for certain decisions that the entrepreneurs have taken, the challenges that they have faced, what keeps them awake at night, what is the vision for the future.
We saw some great strategies, we saw innovation, we saw management capabilities, we saw a strategy, we saw taking one level of business to another level and what could happen.
Most of the participants or the final round winners were participating in global trade already, and they are able to work in whether Middle East or US, UK or South Africa. So they are going beyond the traditional India market segment and they are going after that. So it's great to see some of our SMBs being successful across the world.
Well, that was all about the jury. Let's head into the presentations now and take a look at what the nominees did to impress the judges. The first category was Business Enterprise SME of the Year, in which companies like Career Point,
I started Career Point in a small garage.
Rodic Consultants, Zota Healthcare, Micron Instruments and Homemade Bakers were nominated. The companies got a chance to present their respective businesses to the jury.
USP of the company is right strategy, focused approach, long-term business study. These are very few of the things that we simultaneously do, and I have found many of the international consulting, purely in consulting, 80% of the consultants in the country are all MNCs from abroad. They extremely lack on it. The vision, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line.
The second category was Emerging SME of the Year, in which companies like HD Bioprotect, Microplastics, Simpolo, Aludecor Laminations and DS Max Properties talked about their business models, turnover and innovations.
The presentation went very well. I think it covered different aspects of business, right from the growth story to expansion, to suppliers, to customers, to products, to innovation, and finally certifications and CSR as well.
In our industry, people look for personal attentions, like architect and the fabricators, who have the user fraternity our product. They look personal attention. There, the SMEs serve them better.
Excellence in Technology Implementation was the third category, in which the nominees were Ambe Mining and Cardio Right Electronics, MKC Agrofresh Limited and Trenchless Engineering Services.
It was so exciting to be there in this platform, presenting our cases and being compared and examined with other competitors. I think it's an excellent platform for people like us, small and MSEs, to be asked to present in such a big forum and give us exposure.
In the fourth category, Fastest Growing SME of the Year, Manufacturing, GS Alloys, Ramesh Flowers, Dynaflex and Kamat's R Times Ice Creams were nominated.
This company is almost 30 years old company, and in Tuticorin alone we have 2,000 workers working with us. If you see the effect all over the India, it is more than 1 lakh people are behind this company. That's the reason that we are a unique company.
In the fifth category, Fastest Growing SME of the Year, Services, Athinad Software, Pinnacle Infotech Solutions, PC Solutions, Great Sports Infra, Altruist Technologies were nominated.
I'm really excited to be here and having the opportunity to go and present in front of the jury and tell about our story, what we have traveled so far. and we have been just rated by another company as the 6th fastest growing technology company in India. So excited to be on this journey basically.
First of all, we're glad to be getting a chance to present about our company. We believe that we have brought in a very innovative, fresh look to the industry that we are in, which is sports infrastructure. And the expectations from the jury would be that they would probably look beyond the conventional metrics itself. We are doing very well financially, but the fact that we are bringing in newer technologies that completely redefine what sports infrastructure has been over the last few decades.
Global SME of the Year was the 6th category, in which Thermopads, Silver Touch, Interactive Manpower Solutions, Logistic Integrators, and PN International or Karam Group were nominated.
We are very optimistic. We have a lot of credentials on our side. We have been already recognized by leading IT organizations, leading associations, leading media houses as leading player in IT SME. We have been awarded as SOCHM Best Small and Medium IT Company throughout the India last year. Apart from that, the unique proposition of our company brings value-added services to our customer. And as I said, the quality certification what we possess, not only in the software development but also in the services and security, that makes us very unique in the SMEs in IT industry in India to have the quality deliverables to our customer.
So those were the presentations for the first 6 categories of the Emerging India Awards. Let's take a short break right now. On the other side, the jury round continues for the next 6 categories. Stay with us. Welcome back to the 10th Emerging India Awards presented by ICICI Bank and CNBC TV 18 and powered by CRISIL. Now let's take a look at the remaining 6 categories of the awards and the presentations of the nominees. The 7th category of the award was termed as Green SME of the Year, in which Banka Biolu, KK Spun and Great Sports Infra were nominated.
Actually, we are an SME which is working in the service to the nation right now. We are building the sewer systems of the cities and towns, and we are working in remote locations. We have just finished the Khan River diversion where the Sayast happened. So these are a few factors where we are working in the development of the nation. That's why we should be.
Medium SME of the Year was the 8th category, and the nominees were KK Spun, Ambe Mining, Ganesh Grains and Genius Consultants. Most Innovative SME of the Year was the 9th category, and the nominees were Ankur Scientific Energy Technologies, Troika Pharma, MB Industries and Recliners India.
Well, I think this is a good place for us to showcase how innovative we are. We are doing a lot of very different things, and we are basically developing a lot of technology in India and exporting it the world over. So we want to basically tell people that we are doing a lot of very good technology work in India and it can be done, and I hope the jury kind of can see that.
The 10th category of the awards was Most Successful Young Entrepreneur, in which Zenitex Mill, NMK Textile Mills India, Quad Labs Technologies, Azad Engineering and Fine Cure Pharmaceuticals got nominated.
We are growing by the CAGR of revenue 40% and PAT, our CAGR is about 65%. So, and it's much more than the industry's average, and future growth potentials are also very high. We will continue to grow by 40% for the next 5 years, and we have a clear goals how to achieve those.
It was quite a tough one. Interesting. First of all, it was very interesting. A lot of sensible, good questions coming out. First, it was me talking and presenting my company, but later, as and when I was progressing, the jury was, holding some point somewhere in the presentation and asking questions on that. And then again, there was an answer. Again, there was a question in that answer. So hopefully, I think jury should be satisfied with the answers what I've given.
So Social Enterprise of the Year was the 11th category, and Vishesh Learning Services, Tasty Dairy Specialties, Priyadarshini Taxi Service, Thermopads and Zenitex Mill were the nominees.
One of the questions was that our company is a for-profit company, but we were selected for Social Enterprise category. So that was one thing which I didn't expect, but how I presented the social enterprise was that we are basically have created an industry in India which would otherwise wouldn't have existed, hence creating employment for about 300 people and export revenues of multi-million dollars every year, creating a positive impact to the society.
Last but not the least, the 12th category of the award was the Woman Entrepreneur of the Award, and the nominees were Pumpkin Patch Daycare, Banka Biolu, Baggett India and Express Housekeeper.
I think my company deserves to win because first of all it's an innovative idea. There is a niche business need in the society which we are fulfilling. We are doing great financially, and if we look at all the stakeholders, whether it's our partners, whether it's our customers, whether it's employees or whether it's society, I think we have done very well with respect to all of them.
I think I deserve an award because I think I'm doing it for my country and for everyone, and I'm doing my entire business for giving a vent to my creativity, and also giving a product to everyone which they will always have with them and empower them, and have the qualities that Baggett possesses is of caring for everyone, whether it be the environment, whether it be our employees, whether it be our customers.
That brings us to the end of the presentations. It was a long day for everyone involved in the jury process. Let's hear it from the jury on what they thought of the nominees and their presentations.
Great time with all the participants. The quality of the presentations were very good, and also what they have achieved in this period has been phenomenal. Great to see the stories of SMBs across the country on how they use technology, how they created innovation, how they innovated on behalf of the customers and bring business solutions to create a living out of it. It's been fantastic.
I think the first thing that really struck me was that 80,000 people almost put in their applications, which is great, which just shows you the respect they have for the platform. I think it helps them get better prepared. It also tells them where they are in the scheme of things. I think for the ones that we looked at, whoever the top 3 winners, they can leverage on this and then obviously go out to investors, to their customers, and basically talk about the success that they've had.
Each one of the people we saw were absolute winners. It was fascinating to see the qualities of the small and medium enterprises and what the future holds. It was fascinating to see what they have accomplished, their strategies, the quality of their management team, what the thinking is, how they are building teams, how they are looking at innovating products. At the end of it, I can say it was an education journey for me.
Businesses that we engaged with were of extremely high quality, very inspiring. It was just fantastic to engage with the founders of the business, hearing about their plans, not just how they've kind of grown. Some of them have literally grown from nothing to what they are today, which I think frankly for me gives me a lot of hope that SMBs in India are really going to continue to drive growth.
It was so unique experience for me because I don't come with the business background. But although it is really exciting and it is a learning, and it is also very interesting because there are many things are emerging in the sanitation sector. There are many companies which applied, they have a new technology introducing in the sanitation that given a really happiness.
Fascinating to listen to the stories of growth of the young entrepreneurs and the women entrepreneurs, and very inspiring to hear their vision. We had a lot of fun on the jury and a lot of tough time on the jury trying to select the winners.
There's a lot more packed in for you at the awards ceremony, and we'll of course see you at the awards. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.